This administration is actually the first administration in Nigeria that is delivering on their campaign promises. Wait now, wait. Make I talk with, make I expatiate. Make I talk with I mean. The administration is delivering on what they promised the people during campaign.
God have mercy upon us.
How much is dollar today? 1,500 naira, almost.
Okay.
You remember during campaign, now people know they pay attention. Now we the people know they pay attention to the promises where these politicians they make. But they have always been correct.
Hey!
Before the election, when the campaign they go on, you remember popular word? Turn the so-called Yahoo boys.
Turn the so-called Yahoo boys to experts in manufacturing and creation of chips that they intercept
When I'm not Greek, ask the meaning of exploitation or the we don't know say what did he mean. Now say you go make Yahoo boys rich. Exchange rate high. Yahoo boys they find clients. Hello baby, can you send me even if it's $1? Now Yahoo boys now they pray make this administration no end. They are delivering. we supposed to pay attention to whatever these people they tell us, because it be like say that they mean now. As dollar high before, people can't they wait to make January end. You know, agree end. Now this January make people feel this dollar well. Because it be like say you did 3 months in 1 month. Not that they can't remember. This one we voted is not doing anything. Where it was, we say if you complain as non-APC, they go come after you. APC took the right of complaints. If you complain, they go tell you, why are you complaining? It don't be like say the Nigerian people don't get the right to say the administration is not doing. If things are not moving well, leave it like that for us. Why would you say that? Dollar is high. Why would you say that? Is it your business? I take no be our business. Una don't exclude us from Nigerians. Yahoo boys now they enjoy and they tell you. Maybe they ask meaning of things. So this is exculpation of the case. See where we are today. Mamma mia.
Don't need to be on ground to do that. I am very sure whatever the president is doing, wherever he is conducting the business of the Nigerian state, because he is both Bola Ahmed Tinubu and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu by identification, by status, wherever he may be geographically. So the president's, former Vice President's articles, criticism is simply a political show. You know, it's like you need to do that. But for me, it's not profound, it's not fundamental. And I want to appeal, really, to our politicians that when you're going to criticize in context. Let people see substance. That even if you ask people like us, we would objectively be able to say you have done right by even raising these issues.
Well, I don't know if a lot of Nigerians would agree with you. You know, you talked about his comments being political, but the fact remains that people are being kidnapped, people are being killed. These are not political issues, these are real issues. You also talked about something going wrong, you know, and then the criminals striking. So at whose doorstep do we put this blame? What was this administration doing, you know, before something went wrong and then they allowed the criminals to strike? The policies that the president has been taking, are they well thought out? Are they well implemented? Is it people-friendly? You know, Joe Ajaero, that's the president of the NLC, he said that heeding the advice of the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund has never benefited Nigeria in any way, you know, and is calling for a review of all government policies. Is it possible that we should be looking elsewhere, probably, you know, for a homegrown solution to this domestic crisis we are facing?
You've mixed a lot of dimension into this. Perhaps we look at security and we deliver on it before we get into Joe Ajaero's conception of what is wrong with IMF and World Bank and all that. I am not a World Bank or IMF. I mean, I'm not an IMF fan too, but there are certain issues that need to be concluded and that need to be assessed. For instance, if you're talking about there are kidnappings, there are killings and all that, it's unfortunate. No Nigerian should lose his soul, his life, no matter the situation. But again, don't forget that the Nigerian space is close to 1 million square kilometers, you know, and to that extent, you have this huge space to manage. And once in a while, there will be there would be a slowdown, no matter how efficiently managed the security space is. And I am even impressed that in recent time, a 50 billion naira fund had been approved for what is called known as Praluka. That is the provision by facilitating a non-kinetic mode of engaging the insecurity issues that we have in Nigeria. And that is to say, most of the spaces that we have had killings and kidnappings happening are ungoverned space. So government, by already wants to make its presence felt, you know, by providing social amenities for those communities in those ungoverned spaces. That, to a large extent, would create a manageable space for government, and of course will also help in mobilizing communities in those areas to also collaborate with security agencies. That is an approach. But again, security can never be 100% enforced anywhere in the world. There will always be social miscreants. There will always be criminals that are looking out to exploit opportunities in the space, you know. But the important thing is, in the larger space, what's the percentage of criminality that we are recording? To a large extent, it's not something that we call an epidemic, as some people are trying to say, are trying to put it. It's not an epidemic. But however, let me note that even if one person,
I'm very sorry to interrupt you, but I'm sure that the family members of the victims will not agree with this, your analysis. You know, for instance, in Ekiti State, you know, we had a bus filled with nursery school children, you know, the driver and the teacher abducted. Do we need to wait for it to escalate further before we call it an epidemic, before we take action?
It should not.